Joining me now by phone, former FBI Assistant Director Jim Kallstrom. Good evening, Jim.
Hi, how you doing, Judge?
I am fine. This is something you are very familiar with. What's your initial reaction to what you're hearing?
Judge, we've seen this play before, right? We've seen all the acts. The Brits responded greatly. They have great Met over there and MI5 and the emergency responders. But what none of these countries do, and we don't do, is we're reacting to something. You know, and the mayor of London, I love this guy. You know, he says what a great job the first responders. I don't think he even mentioned the victims laying bloody on the bridge. You know, and people with butcher knives. You know, and listening to just the reporters on Sky News that are so politically correct. You know, about what are we going to name this thing? You know, is it every day that 4 people jump out of the back of a van with foot-long butcher knives and start hacking people? You know, it was clear what it was at the very beginning.
Okay.
And the country is full of these people. I mean, there's an endless supply of people that are going to do these things in the future.
Jim, there's no question.
We don't deal with that issue.
But how do we get ahead of this? And by the way, the mayor of London you're talking about is Sadiq Khan. And but the question is, how do we get ahead of this in a free society? And MI5, and by the way, the reaction, the emergency response, according to everyone that we're talking to, was excellent. It was almost immediate. But how do we get ahead of it?
But it's a reaction. The people are already stabbed. They're already dead. You know, the families are going to have the funerals. You know, we need to change the laws. I mean, look at what goes on in Europe. These people go back and forth, cross the borders, go to training camps, learn all this stuff. The motivation is global. You know, it's on the internet. It's everywhere else. They come back to these countries, and nothing happens until they actually kill people or blow people up.
You're right.
And we're not much different. Do you? I mean, you know, Judge. Do you ever say to yourself, after every one of these incidents, whether it's AK-47s mowing people down or bombs, you hear the intelligence apparatus of whatever country it is talk about the fact those people were on our radar. They knew what they were. That's the case in almost every one of these things. But they're sort of frozen by political correctness to act.
Well, you know, hopefully with President Trump, there'll be a reckoning of, you know, what we need to do. All of us are tired of hearing about people like Tsarnaev, one of the Boston bombers, you know, going to Chechnya and coming back. The
Attorney General has to step in, change the AG guidelines.
Right.
They have to get the politicization out of the FBI. You know, they got to put motive back into the training of what these people really are and how they act and why they act.
All right.
You know, and we've basically tied the arms of the Bureau and other agencies, the police in particular, in the United States. We tied at least one arm behind their back for a decade and a half now, and that has to change.
Let's hope it does. And, Jim, thank you.